and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is your weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Virgo. This is a general read, so I suggest take whatever message resonates with you and leave everything else behind. And if the reading does connect with you, there is an extended to it. The link for that extended is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That would be very helpful. Thank you. So Virgo, how are you doing? How has November treated you so far? Hopefully it was exciting for you. So think about the thought, the feeling, the question that brought you to this reading. Take a deep breath, release, and just focus on that thought. Maybe this reading has an answer for you here. So let's see what's going on for you this week. Death, transformation. What's blocking it? Page of Wands. Thinking or exploring opportunities. Past situation. Knight of Swords. Acting for your own truth. Mind's ambition. Fortitude. Strength. Heart's desire. Two of Swords. So seems to be there was some conflict or something that caused that death. Fortitude, strength for that transformation to happen. Future situations. Queen of Wands. Finding your innovative self, creative self, and even like it's representing the same strength that was showed in the Fortitude card, the same strength. Inner belief is regenerating. Suggested advice or action. Ten of Chalices. And context for this advice or action. King of Swords. So either that ending happened for a reason, or if that it's not, if that the conflict hasn't ended, it's basically you have figured out how to resolve it. It's going to a very stable situation. Yeah, that's what it seems like. That either that conflict has ended, or it could also be that the conflict has ended and there's like new. Let's see more cards for that. Hopes and fears, Nine of Coins, and potential outcome. Devil. So releasing the devil. And to see more about Ten of Chalices. Is this basically balancing relationship or creating a new one? Eight of Chalices. So it's like looking forward to a new relationship. So the old end, clearing it, will bring in the new. So Virgo, there seems to be like a relationship in the past has ended, and it could also have like, so it could have been like a breakup, a financially dependent relationship, like seems to be some sort of financially dependent relationship, so it could also be like possibly a divorce that has ended, and it has created this death energy, possibly even lack of financial stability. Because of that separation, it could have jolted your belief in yourself, your abilities, pointing towards this blocking Page of Wands card, which is pointing out at your seeking, exploring opportunities that could help re-establish that financial stability. You're hoping for Nine of Coins, so like abundant, basically able to project yourself in a future as your abundant self. So you can't believe that, but being able to fully be self-confident while exploring opportunity, look and grasp the right opportunity that belongs to you, that seemingly right now seems out of touch with this devil around. The devil about feeling of lack, emotional instability, fear of approaching and converting opportunities into a successful scenario. All that fear resides right now because of your transition from that old relationship into a new self. That new self requires all the strength, all the mental strength inside you, the fortitude, you to able to channel your own inner devil, control the fear of financial instability, and also if a relationship has ended, that generally at end of a relationship creates this emotional backlog which generates feeling of like lack of self-trust, lack of self-confidence, in fact even lack of self-love. It's like basically someone else has rejected you, and that hits your ego, and the fragile ego and its emotion just at that point can go into complete chaos. You've chosen to act for your truth. You've chosen to act for your good. The Knight of Swords, it's like taking action for yourself rather than following someone else's footsteps. You've decided to move on in your own direction. Things that are blocking it in this moment are the fear of instability, the feeling of like lack of self-confidence, lack of self-trust, the emotional chaos that got created after that ending in the past, especially if it happened in a recent past. The emotional, the psychological chaos, the trauma that you've gone through, that truly needs to be processed. King of Swords with 10 of Chalices, pointing towards you finding emotional stability is in your own hands. Yes, 10 of Chalices also points towards a future love relationship coming towards you. But for you, in order to get there, you have to take this opportunity, the current situation, where you are at, even how terrible or bad you're feeling in this moment. Take this opportunity to realize what were your mistakes, what were your, like, why did this conflict end it? Rather than dwelling on it, that if you could have saved it, that's where the hope is that a future relationship is coming. So don't focus on saving that old ending. Rather, analyze it from the perspective as what you could have done better within your belief constraints to let it not get ended like that. And that's what would allow you to be better when the new relationship comes in. To be allowed to be your better version when that new relationship comes in. So becoming this King of Swords, this intellectual authoritarian about your own beliefs, being assertive about your beliefs, being truly confident about them, the actions that you took for your own truth, believing in your own self, start taking all this knowledge coming in towards you, like understanding about the lessons from the past, all the information from that conflict. Start imbibing it, like digesting it, assimilating it inside your mind. That would definitely allow you, like, And make sure that you ensure that it's within your belief, like you don't try to change your belief constraints by it completely, like alter it altogether. So what I'm trying to say is that if you found that in that conflict there was something you could have done better, and that's change in that action is very close to your current belief. So you're not really altering a belief system. It's like you're just moving from a very you're slightly tilting it rather than tangentially moving it. And that would allow you to become a little more open up, like more comprehensive to other people's opinions and thoughts, and being less stubborn about your own. Those slight tilts would also create passage for open conversations, open communications. But at the same time, be assured, like self-assured, that you don't let opinions of others or feelings from these conflicts that completely alters your core belief. Don't let those thoughts, don't let those feelings permeate towards you. Don't let them seep into mind. Don't let them seep into your conscious. Those are based out of fears, and that's what devil creates. Other people's judgment, other people's opinions. And it's not like opinions and judgments are like always negative or bad, but it's like it's not being able to go when, like not being able to walk through the entire path of someone else's life. It's hard to judge the choices. It's hard to judge the like their opinions and the choices, like whatever brought to them to that stage. The only person who can do that is you yourself. Like you're the only person who can truly go back and completely understand why, in what situation you choose what, the reason behind it, the intellect behind it, the situational crisis behind it, the emotions behind it. All of those have to be taken into account for you to truly trust yourself. And only that trust, only that kind of understanding of self would take you to this King of Swans, like situation where you become like this authoritarian. Like I don't use the word authoritarian in a negative way, but what I'm trying to say is that this completely self-assured self, someone who doesn't follow other people's order, but at the same time is open to other people's rightful suggestions. Communication with people like those becomes easy, and conflict aversion is even easier. Because you speak your mind, and at the same time you're open enough to allow other people to speak their mind. Getting to that space, that's what would allow the new opportunities, new flow, the newness to come in, to release. Like this old might have created a feeling of lack, that would you be able to go out and recreate relationships? Would you be able to go out, believe in yourself again, and create this abundance for yourself? Queen of Wands and the Strength card is pointing towards that. That's within you, like your innovative self would take care of you. So don't worry about that for this moment. In this moment, it's important that you realize why that previous conflict ended, and you assimilate that information. Your innovative self, your creative self, would take care of your future abundance. Getting to this King of Swords space where you are assured of your own self, you believe in your voice, you believe in your opinions, and you're amazing, like you're very open to communication with about every different opinion, and at the same time you have this barrier filter that only that prevents uncertain opinions to become your conscious reality. To get to that space, going through this transformation and refinding a belief in your own self, your own creative self, your own abundant self, your own basically self-love. A conflict can take that away. A conflict can take self-love away, because you can start over questioning yourself. The emotions of that conflict can create negative feelings about your own ego, and then there's like this internal chaos that we keep finding with our own self, like that out of our own ego. So stay true to yourself. That's definitely very important. But try to become this King of Swords who is an extremely good analyzer of situation, especially past, especially yourself, for your own situation. During that time when you're analyzing those old situations, be appreciative of all these situational scenarios, feelings, both yours and the other person. Be appreciative of all the feelings that you felt. And then, with full understanding, see what decisions or what things were said and what could have been like altered, and if you would have altered something, what have been required for that alteration, like in terms of your belief or the person's belief. And finding those answers, finding those understanding, that's what will take you towards the next space, a new space that will bring in new abundance, that will allow you to shine your creative self again, your innovative self again, bring in the abundance that you're seeking, the Nine of Pentacles, and release this devil, this judgment of the other person, judgment of someone else, this lack of self-love, this lack of self-trust. So Virgo, I hope you take care of your emotions, your feelings, you acknowledge them. It's very important that you process every information that comes to you about that conflict. Even if your own, like something you might have said or something you might have done, might give you negative emotion about your own self, like a feeling of hate or anger about your own self as to like why you did that, or guilt, like if that caused some, like it created an action that you didn't want to do, a ripple that you didn't want to create. Sit through those feelings and try to see which belief of yours actually incepted that idea for you to take that action. Once you reach that inception seed, that's where you need to find how to undo it and like modify your belief to something which is closer to your own understanding. And you would not have done that action that created negative feeling for yourself in you. A feeling for hate, guilt, or anger for your own self. And if in case like this transition feels more than you can handle, I would suggest to take help, like to help you transition through this phase where you process this conflict and where you move towards the new. Move towards the new when you're ready. Don't like push all these feelings or the thoughts about self or the other under the rug and not process it and move on. That would only bring these old feelings, old thoughts in inopportune moments. So moving forward towards this new relationship, a true love relationship, towards this abundant happiness where you can shine your creative self. It's all in cards. All need to be done is take this time to fully process this old conflict. Take this time to fully assimilate all the information coming towards you. Alter the beliefs as much as you can by not altering your core system, core beliefs. And then just releasing the devil and the fear, creating self-trust, self-love. Everything would come towards you, but go through this transition, take care of yourself. Virgo, I hope this reading connected with you. And if it did, I have an extended for it. In the extended, I would look further at your current aura energy. How are you feeling in the moment? How we can further balance your emotion and mind. Messages from the oracle regarding this transformation, this death, this old changing, and timing related to the new relationship coming in. It seems that this relationship would be your propulsion towards this abundance. It's like you would get a new drive inside you once you find this happiness again. But for you to get to that happiness space, you have to clean up the old. So all of that I would look in the extended. If you would like to join me there, the link for that is below in the description box. I hope you liked the reading, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me here, and have an amazing week. Take care of yourself. Bye.